Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We have another game for you tonight. The two teams this time, Team Primal, as always, fighting against Team Melee GG Black. Team Melee GG Black is on offense this time, and their teammates compose Lego Math on Mercy, Sync on Widowmaker, Tiny Dancer on Lucio, Millard on Reinhardt, Funny Dude on McCree, and Smart as You as Genji. A lot of high damage offensive classes. I'm interested in seeing Sync play Widowmaker, because I've heard good things about Sync on Widowmaker. Opposing them as always, Team Primal, Gojiro on Symmetra, as this is Hollywood, Lickitung on Gojiro, Crash on McCree, Heisen playing Soldier 76, Thrakon on Reinhardt, and Tristom playing Mercy. Very versatile, balanced teams here when it comes to damage output, health point quantity, and healing. So I look forward to seeing how these two come head to head. The classic Archway of Death has been set up for Team Primal. Melee GG Black is pulling back, but they are giving Gojiro almost 70% Uber, more than enough to get that teleporter up almost immediately. And that teleporter plays a big role in defining how this map happens. Two flankers are going around the back, along with McCree. Was not able to get much out of that, but Tracer is still is all the way in the back. So if Gojiro sets that teleporter up too slowly, Tracer might be able to announce. Causing some problems in the past. Getting a kill. Oh my gosh, Sync as Widowmaker just picked. We need to get some views on from her point of view. She just picked the enemy medic. Very fast pick. Oh my gosh. Sync on Widowmaker is getting work done. An aerial headshot after kind of pogoing off of that. Oh, there we go. Kind of pogoing off of that grappling hook. Got her down for the time being. Lickitung having none of that, but they are going to have to play a lot more careful, because with a Widowmaker who can land hits like that, there's going to be a lot of suppressing fire done to this chokehold. And I don't think I've seen a team, and I don't think I've seen Team Primal play a team that has a very good Widowmaker like that. So I'm very interested in how this is going to work. Sync has her ult prepared and is now activating it. Her team has wall hacks at the moment. That is probably going to play a big deal. I expected them to capitalize on those wall hacks a bit more, but for the most part, they are kind of just hanging back. Alright. You know, sometimes that's just what you gotta do. Widowmaker is still getting ready for some pressing fire. That teleporter is very painfully obvious up there in the second floor, so it looks like rather than hide it, they are showing it outright and hoping that they can defend it. Perfectly valid. Heisen as Soldier 76 is down. Are they going to take this opportunity to push in? Lego Math as Medic just brought some teammates back to life. I would assume they're going to push in on this. And they are. All right, here we go. We have a push. They're going in. Tristom has counter ulted, bringing her deceased teammates back to life. And it does look like, for the most part, this is going to be a successful push. The question is only if Mercy can get out alive, and the answer is no, Mercy cannot. So I think that Melee GG Black is going to redefine their strategies a little bit, because it is not working out for them at the moment. My mouse is deciding to be a little finicky codger, but I didn't miss much. They are not pushing. They're hanging back in the streets. Everyone is remaining on their classes. I don't see any major classes that have switched out. The Wall of Death, the Arch of Death, has graduated to a Wall of Death from Symmetra, and it got some serious work done on that previous push, so I think that they're pretty happy with their Symmetra play. Let's see things from Lego Math's point of view. Yes, Lego Math. This isn't Lego Math, this is Tristom. Tristom manages to get out from a flanker. You know, Smart as You is doing some interesting flanking in the back, providing some suppressing fire and really bugging people. I think she may be going for the teleporter, was not able to. Eliminated by Soldier 76. Excellent try. Someone's ultimate is ready. Let's give this a shot. Millard has an ultimate ready, but Reinhardt ultimates have a tendency. You don't build a push around a Reinhardt ult. You tend to just kind of save that for when the push goes south and you want to knock people down. So, speaking of other characters, both Mercies are ult. Actually, there are a lot of ults on Team Primal's side, so this push is probably not going to do that well. Step right up. Well, might as well eliminate one person with the high noon, though I don't think that's what he was expecting, but he was immediately brought back to life. And this is definitely a push right here. They are going to try to get in there, get that control point. I don't know how well they're going to do with that. The teleporter is still up, maybe? No, the teleporter is down. They managed to pick the teleporter, and that is a big deal because that teleporter is just funneling teammates back onto the point. Gajiro is only at 15%, going to need to refill that. Team Primal, however, is feeling the push. There are only 15 seconds left on the clock. They need to get in there. They have been, almost everything they've tried has been countered. Actually, there is no longer a Widowmaker. Sync has switched over to Tracer because it just wasn't doing it. And there are 1 second overtime. Is there anyone to hold this? All right, Farah is up. Mercy is going to have to get on the point, and Mercies don't live very long when they are alone, especially when there are Symmetra walls of death in the way. Can the offensive team get there in time? No, they cannot, and that is game. Team Primal successfully able to hold the control point for the entirety of the match. Now, the game may have given Gajiro play of the game, but he really was just player of the game because he was playing Symmetra. And really, I cannot overstate how important Symmetra was on this defense. There were several times that a bunch of defensive members would get killed, and they would immediately funnel back into the control point. So we are going to see the next match. This time, they're going to switch sides. Team Primal is going to be attempting to push the payload to the end of the map, and Team Melee GG Black is going to be attempting to stop them. I'm interested to see if Sync or somebody else decides to go Widowmaker again. It's always exciting to see a high-quality sniper in these matches because the snipers in Overwatch are so powerful. Widowmaker coming with a gun that can alternate between fully automatic fire and really just pulling off those quick scopes. It really is a pretty amazing sniper rifle. Kind of reminds me a lot of the Scar L in Counter-Strike Go. A lot of people like to compare Widowmaker to the alt, or the AWP. Sorry, but I really don't see. If I had to compare Widowmaker to a Counter-Strike sniper rifle, it would probably be the Scar 20, or the Scar L. I think it's the Scar 20. The Scar 20 because it is capable of just pushing off those quick shots one after another without having to de-scope. And that is kind of a hallmark of Widowmaker's combat abilities, though it is in her best interest to charge those shots up to deal additional damage. So let's see. Team Primal is on defense. A very interesting setup here. It looks like they're going with Tristram is going to give Lucio a shot. Thragon on D.Va. Interesting. I'm excited to see how this plays out. Hyson on Zarya. Gajiro on Soldier 76. Crash playing McCree. And Lickitung as Farah. 1 support, 3 offense, 2 tanks. Pretty standard setup. A little low on healing, though Soldier 76 is going to help with that. But some very interesting tank choices. I am interested to see how D.Va and Zarya play out on this. Meanwhile, for the defense, we are... Here, let me get to Symmetra, somebody who's actually on the field. And it looks like the defense is going with a Symmetra, as is standard, and they are pushing very far forward. They are not giving the streets up easily, and for the very first time, it actually matters that one of these teams decided to push around the left or right instead of straight through the streets. Though they almost immediately... Team Melee GG Black almost immediately gave up the street, so it was just a little bit of suppressing fire. Did not do that much as they did not go through the intended choke point. In lieu of using the Archway of Death, Symmetra is pushing her turrets right back onto the Wall of Death. D.Va tries to get in there. I didn't see that much happening from D.Va, but it's possible that she played a good distraction for the other characters. And I also note that Symmetra is down at 96%, will not be able to get that teleporter up. Though the teleporter will be up very shortly after this. So for the most part, I'd say that both Symmetras are able to get their teleporters up at roughly the same time. Both of them missing the first wave, and it not playing that big of a deal because everybody is alive on their team. But let's see Symmetra get Some turrets up. Hiding one in the back, probably because that there were so many tracer flanks in the previous matchup when they were playing as defense. They probably didn't want to see that happen again. And Reinhardt is holding the front of his team. Shield not looking too hot, but it is regenerating quickly enough that he's able to mostly hold the team back. They have to be aware that Team Primal is looking to pull back. Oh my gosh, Gojiro as Roadhog is all the way out there. Did I manage to find him in time? Yes, he is pushing in there. Did not get very much done, but served a great distraction for his teammates to push in through the front and force the medic to pop her ult, meaning that... Oh, they don't... Okay, so Team Primal does not have a Mercy, so there are not going to be any counter revives. So that is going to define this a lot, because normally that would be okay, because offense is so close to the control point that they could get their teammates in faster, but the defense has a teleporter. So what's going to constantly happen is that defense is actually going to be able to resupply their team faster than the offense. And Legomath already has another ult prepared, and a bunch of her teammates just got ended with some very good kills by Gojiro and Crash, though it was countered. And Team Primal is going to have to kill them all again because they are not able to revive teammates with a Mercy ult, but that does seem to be working out for them. And that is an entire team wipe. They completely demolished... Oh wait, nope, Soldier 76. And that teleporter, man, they wiped the entire enemy team, but were not able to capture the control point because they did not see the teleporter that is hiding up there. Said teleporter has used all of its uses. Let's get down there and see things from the perspective of somebody on the field. They were able to just eliminate them. That was some very good plays by Team Primal. I'm honestly rather surprised that they were able to do as well as they did with that teleporter constantly funneling new defenders right onto the point. And they were not getting revives. There is no mercy on their team. They were just staying alive and getting those kills. They must have... They basically killed 3 entire waves without dying because they weren't able to reinforce quickly due to the lack of mercy. So a very interesting strat that does appear to be paying off for them. Team Melee GG Black is hiding up in the rooftops. A good spot to hold out with. Junkrat's ult is... hiding, and that it's actually kind of cool to do that because he's got 10 whole seconds. That's plenty of time. They'll hear it. It's one of the loudest ults in the game, and they will hang back and wait patiently, or you know, it's not even patiently. They just, where's the Junkrat tire? I don't know. And then the Junkrat tire just shows up right at the end, gets a kill. Perfect. And Legomath has her ult ready. And on the other side of the coin, the offensive team appears to be doing something of a flank. Payload is moving backwards, completely avoided. Thrakon providing some suppressing fire, getting some people to check him out. Millard as Reinhardt not really having to block that much spam due to the number of flankers. But it looks like they're deciding to pull in a little bit more straight forwardly for the time being, get some damage done, joust that Roadhog. What just happened? Oh my gosh, wow. Justice rained from above, and Gojiro and Crash were able to get in there and get a couple mop-up kills, and that was almost an entire wipe on the enemy team, including the Mercy, preventing them from rezzing everybody with an ult. Very well played. Might even be a misplay on the part of Melee GG Black, because I was not expecting that many of them to go down that quickly, and I highly doubt they were too. Smart as You is flanking around the back, getting some long-range spam damage, but it's not going to be enough. The payload has made it all the way to the penultimate checkpoint, and they only need to make it to the last checkpoint, and they have 4 minutes and 45 seconds to do so, and they have been moving very fast, so I think that they are going to be able to get the game. Tiny Dancer has left. I don't know if that was a crash or not, but that is presumably going to affect the game. Not sure if we're going to keep playing for the time being. It is 5-on-6, which is a big deal here in Overwatch because in these choke points it is very common for players to trade each other. So one player dies, is killed, but another player is killed in kind. So when one team has 6 and one team has 5, that gives a very severe advantage to the team with more players. Though it should be noted that one team is reviving and one team isn't, because Team Primal continues to not have a Mercy, which did not bother them in the slightest. Another wipe through the defending team, and Team Primal takes that game. I am very impressed with Team Primal's performance in this. Over and over, they would just wipe the entire defending team and move the cart forward, even when there were 6 players on the field. Oh my god, is that what happened? That is... wow. How did they not see that Zarya coming? That was just a complete flank. Zarya just basically waltzed up there. That was insane. And my roommates are requesting that I close my door. I normally close my door, but I forgot to that time, so our door is now closed, and my happy roommates can go to sleep, because it is 9 p.m. and some people actually have sleep schedules. So that was Hollywood. Interesting to see if we have another game after this. If we do, I will be recording and shoutcasting, so talk to you soon, hopefully.